That's a great question. If you see somebody that you think looks like him, just yell out the nickname. Does he have a nickname? Let me see. I'll let y'all know in a tick or two. Y'all are asking some great ass questions. Y'all are asking some great questions. Does he deal with any depression or anything like that? No. Um, KJ is the only nickname. KJ is the only nickname, which stands for Kenny Jr. KJ was the only nickname. Not sure what the friends called. That's what I was just told on the back end. That's what I was just told on the back end. KJ is the nickname, but don't know what his friends called him. Does he deal with any depression or anything like that? No mental issues. He's a very healthy kid, very well put together kid. I'm telling you, Kenny is a very well put together kid from what I remember. Me and my ex-wife, we haven't been together in quite some time, but a lot doesn't change in that regard. And from I know him to be a great kid. He's a student at Kennesaw State University. He's a student at Kennesaw State. He's a student at Kennesaw State. I'm getting this information as we speak, y'all. This information is coming to me as we speak. May live further than the Atlanta area. Yes, Ohio, Columbus, Ohio. But I don't. If he was going to Columbus, Ohio, he would have been there by now, and that's not the direction he would have taken. Columbus, Ohio, would be the total opposite direction. Going to Columbus, Ohio, goes all the way up 75 north. Goes going to it's Columbus, Ohio. So that would be he is a very responsible, always checks in. He didn't even show up for work. That's what I just got on the back end. He is very responsible, always checks in, and he did not show up for work. He does have relatives in other states. The state that I know of is Columbus, Ohio. And Columbus, Ohio would be the opposite direction than the Athens area. Watkinsville, that area, it would be up 75 north, all the way up, all the way up. That's a great question. Not that Kiana. That's a great question. Is he on any dating sites and could have been meeting someone? I don't know. I don't want to narrow it down. That is a great question. I don't want to narrow it down to that because now it creates tunnel vision. It creates tunnel vision and people stop thinking about other possibilities, right? But that's a great question. That's a great question. Yeah, I think it would create tunnel vision and people would start looking at it only from that dynamic. But that's a great question. That is a great question. That is an absolute good. PLC, you know you in the box? You in the queue? PLC, you know you up here? You know you in the queue? PLC? Did you mean to do that? Did you mean? Oh, I guess not because you dropped down. That's a great question. That's a great question. I appreciate that question. That lets me know y'all thinking. That lets me know that y'all got your thinking caps on. Let's go. When was his last post on social media? Again, the last contact, last phone call was November the 19th at 8:22 p.m. 8:22 p.m. was the last phone call on November the 19th. He was last seen on the 18th. He was last seen on the 18th. Miss D, thank you. He was last seen on the 18th. So, and I don't know what the substance of the phone call was and who he talked to on the 19th. But the last phone call was on the 19th. And this is a kid that talks to his dad every day. He talks to his dad every day. Every day. Talks to his dad every day. If one of my sons or one of my daughters, one of my kids was missing, I would be distraught. I would be inconsolable. If one of my nephews, nieces, I ain't got no nephews and nieces, but I would be fucked up. I would be absolutely fucked up and couldn't sleep. I would be losing all kind of sleep, appetite, all up and down, in and out, round and round, all kind of shit. I would be driving down. I would be driving down dark roads just as I ain't lying, man. I would be losing my fucking mind. I would be losing my fucking mind. Any credit card or debit card purchases since then? That's a great question. Has there been any debit card activity? Any debit card? Let me see. Let me see what they say on the back end. Do they know where he was supposed to be? He was supposed to be at work. He didn't show up at work. He was supposed to be at work. He was very responsible, always checks in, and he didn't show up for work is the last message I got. So my son is in here listening. My son is in here watching it. And so I'm getting all the information on the back end. I'm getting all the credible, reliable information on the back end. I lost my mind when we were looking for my friend's mother with dementia. So message, I just got this message. He was last seen on the 19th around the same time. The last call came in at 8:22. Number that called him is now disconnected. Also around the same time, his car was spotted on camera. And there has been no card activity. There has been no card activity. Y'all are asking some great questions, man. I need everybody. If you have not done a repost on the live, y'all, please repost. Please repost, y'all. Please repost. If you haven't done a repost, is this the last hairstyle that they saw? That's a great question too. Is this the last hairstyle? Is that the last hairstyle? Is that the last hairstyle? Great. Y'all asking some great ass questions. That's the most recent picture, y'all. That's the most recent picture. That's the most recent picture. Y'all asking some great questions. Let's go, Bando. So that's what he gonna look like. That's what he's gonna look like. That's the most recent picture, y'all. God damn. Damn it, crack this goddamn case, Bando. Sing this before we say, you know my. I know all y'all don't live in the area, but some of y'all do. We've had several people in the chat saying that they live in that area, they from that area, they're familiar with that area, all kind of shit. If you anywhere between Atworth and Athens, which is a whole lot of motherfucking area. If you anywhere between Athens and Atworth, that's a huge area. That is a huge area. That's a huge area. Anywhere between Athens and Atworth. That's a lot of ground. That's a lot of people. That's a lot of people. And a lot of y'all are from that area. A lot of people in here from Atlanta. They be in Atlanta. Chosen, I got you. Ago, his mom was able to find him by text messages. But the difference is right here. There's been no activity on his phone. There's been no activity on his phone, and there's been no activity on his cards, which increases the alarm. Which increases the alarm. I see we got a bunch of more people coming in. I see everybody coming in, man. I appreciate y'all tapping in, tuning in, plugging in. Please make sure you hit that repost if you haven't done so already. The picture that you see in the background, y'all, is my ex-nephew-in-law. This is my ex-wife's nephew. I remember when this kid was born. Y'all. I've known this kid since he was born. Right. This is my ex-wife's nephew. Her uncle, her favorite uncle at that. It's his son, his only son. And he is missing. He's been missing since the 18th. Last communication was on the 19th of November. And my son reached out to me yesterday. I've been speaking to my ex-wife today. And it's time to bring him home. He's been missing too long. He's been gone too many days. He's been gone too long. And I think somebody in the bando, around the bando, affiliated with the bando, if you in any area from Atworth to Athens, if you anywhere from Atworth to Athens, he drives a silver Hyundai Elantra, y'all. Silver Hyundai Elantra. The tag number is up there. It starts with C. I think what's that? A C8. C8. Y'all can write that tag number down. Do a screenshot. I see you, Keon. I see you, Kiana. I'm not sure about that. When it comes to the police attempted to locate him, I'm quite sure that they've they're leaving no stone unturned. So a lot of cases with the police department are solved by the public. Even when it comes to missing person cases, a lot of those cases are solved by the public, especially when it comes to black people. If a white person went missing in that same area right now, just know they'd be knocking over heaven trying to find them. We're talking about the Athens area. We're talking about the Athens area. He was last seen at Brook Run Skate Park in Dunwoody. He left by himself. The car was last seen on camera in Athens. So he left by himself when he left the skate park over there in Dunwoody. I know exactly where that skate park is at too. They got a basketball court out there. They got a big, I think it's a soccer field they got out there. I know exactly where that park is at. See, and you got to the last place that his car was seen was near Athens. If a white person, we gonna have to do this. And I'm talking white people that's in here too, because there's some white people in here. We trust y'all. We need y'all. We need y'all. If this was a white person out there by Athens, see, there we go. Tati, let's go. We got another one living near Ackworth. We need some Athens folks. Where's everybody that lives near Athens? We need some Athens folks. And anybody in between. Silver Hyundai Elantra 2016. All you got to do is just picture that car in your head. They don't even make that body style anymore. Look at the car that's in the backdrop right there. They don't even make that body style no more for the Hyundai Elantra. So it should stick out to you. It should stick out to you. Did they check nearby hospitals? I'm not sure about that one. I'm not sure about that one. That's a good question too. I'm not sure about that one. You talk with me. Oh, how you said that I am your own. Skid Row. Do you know you in my queue? You know you in my queue, Skid Row? Keep in mind, this is a responsible kid. What's up, Bobby? Thank you, Bobby. Let's go, Bobby. This is a responsible kid. This is not some kid. I just got a message on the back. Yes, we check all hospitals within that route. I'm telling y'all, I just got a message. Yes, we check all hospitals within that route. So good morning, Shamika. Good morning to you. They check all hospitals. They check the jails too. They check the jails to make sure he wasn't in jail. I'm getting this. I'm getting this as we talking, y'all. I'm getting this as we talking. I'm getting this as we talking. Y'all asking great fucking questions. Y'all asking great fucking questions. Pay attention to that picture because that's the last, most recent picture of him. This is my ex-nephew-in-law, y'all. This is my nephew-in-law. So this is a family member, y'all. Did they find the car? Great question. Have they found the car? The car does not have a tracker on it. The car does not have a tracker on it. So I'm not sure if they found the car yet. Let me see if I get an answer on that. I don't think that they have found the car yet because they still looking for the car. So I don't think that they've gotten an answer. A hit on the car yet. I don't think that they found the car yet. But look at that picture. That's the most recent picture. That's the most recent picture, y'all. And I never thought that you never think about this kind of thing until you're affected by it in some kind of way, and you need the help of everybody to try to bring somebody that you care about, and you love home. So this is my boy's first cousin. They grew up with him. I remember when he was born. The excitement around him being born because his dad was up in age and everybody thought that he was never gonna have any kids, and then found out that he was on the way. I gotta no, the vehicle has not been found. The vehicle has not been found. And I remember the excitement of surrounded around him being born. I remember it. And it's just, his cell phone is off, y'all. His cell phone is off. There's no pings on his cell phone has been turned off. So there's no way to track it if it's off. So his cell phone is off. So it's starting to become more and more alarming. It started to become and I'm just now finding out a lot of these details today. I'm finding out a lot of these details today, and the more I hear, the more details I hear, the more alarmed I'm getting. So we really, really, really need some help. We really, really need some help. Can anyone get into his accounts or contacts? His phone is off. There's no way. As far as his accounts, I'm quite sure. See, his accounts right now, there's no bank activity. There's no activity on his bank, or there's no debit card usage, no credit card usage. So there's no trail with that. His mom already checked his laptop. I know his mama losing her mind. I know his mom has already checked his laptop. I don't. From what I don't think he had any enemies. I don't think he had any enemies. Did he have an iPhone? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. But even with an iPhone, once it's turned off, tracking ability is gone. You can't track even an iPhone once it's turned off, right? Am I mistaken about that? Uh, uh, so you can still track it if it's off. I'm quite sure the authorities are probably looking into that. With us, it's going to have to come down to facial recognition, vehicle recognition. Um, yeah, it's gonna have to come down to facial recognition, vehicle recognition, something identifiable. Um, that's why I'm trying to put the car and his face out there, because that's see, the police are gonna have to do it with the iPhone and stuff. I wish we could do it, but with us, our role in this is gonna be different, y'all. Our role in this is gonna be different, and you never know. It's been 5 days. He could be anywhere. He could be anywhere. He could be driving. He could be anywhere, right? So with us, it's gonna come down to vehicle recognition and facial recognition. We need to, y'all need to put his face in, put his face in your head. Put his face in you. That's the same haircut. He might need to comb it right now. I don't know. But he got the car, same car. That it's gonna come down to that. It's gonna come down to that. It's been 5 days. The last time he was seen was on the 18th. So it's gonna be up to us to kind of see what we can see. So I trust you with my life, girl. I just got this. Yes, he has an iPhone. His mom got records, and the last call he received was around the time he disappeared, and that number is now disconnected. Yes, I'm telling y'all, I'm getting it on the back end as we talk, y'all. Well, I don't. No Diddy, no Diddy, no Diddy. When I say I'm getting it on the back end, not like that, not like that, not like that. I'm getting information on the back end as we speak. Let me say it like that. Cause you know how y'all get. Y'all have been, never mind. Yes, he has an iPhone. His mom got records. And the last call he received was around the time he disappeared. And that number is now a disconnected number. Kiana said, this is not the time. I had to lighten the mood a little bit. I had to lighten the mood a little bit. I had to lighten the mood a little bit. Um, I need everybody to just, especially those in the metro Atlanta area, close to Atlanta, South Carolina, North Carolina, Alabama, Tennessee, Florida. I need all y'all to just pay attention. Now, look at that car, that silver Hyundai Elantra. Look at that car. Look at the 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 kid. Look at the car. Look at the kid. Look at the car. Look at the kid. Was his mood okay? That's a great question. Was his mood okay the last time they talked to him or saw him? That is a great question. That is a great question. That is, y'all asking some fucking fire ass questions. Did he have a girlfriend that he could possibly run away with? He was by himself. He was by himself. Yeah, he was by himself at the time. He was by himself. Yeah, he was by himself. His vehicle was seen in the Watkinsville area around 8:22 on the 19th. On the 19th, around 8:22 p.m. Um, yeah, that's the last time his vehicle was seen. He was caught on camera. Yes, he had just left from skateboarding with his friends. That's what I got on the back end. I just got that on the back end. He had just left from skateboarding with his friends, but when he left alone. When he left alone. That disconnected phone number is important, but we can't do nothing with the disconnected number, right? That's got to be investigative kind of type shit, right? That's where the investigative. We got to operate what my ex mother-in-law used to say, within our circle of control. My ex mother-in-law used to tell me all the time, you got to operate within your circle of control. When it comes to the disconnected number, the cell phone record, that stuff like that, that's investigative work. That's out of our circle of control. What's in our circle of control is the visual things, right? The vehicle, his face, the tag, that kind of thing. That's going to be what's in our circle of control. Anything investigative, make sure y'all write that tag number down. Any new people in his life? That's a great question. Make sure y'all write that tag number down. If you see that, just that model vehicle, just that model vehicle, just that model vehicle. The disconnected number is a burner phone. The disconnected number was a burner phone. I'm telling y'all, I'm getting this as we speak, y'all. I'm getting this as we speak. I'm getting it as we speak. The disconnected number is a burner phone. It's a burner phone. Yes, was he working? Bobby Ray, great question. Yes, he didn't show up for work. He didn't show up for work. Cam, did he do Zaza? I don't know that, and I don't know if that's relevant. So I'm not even gonna ask them that on the back end if he was a smoker or nothing like that. Again, that's out of our circle of control. That's investigative work. Yeah, that's investigative. There are some great questions coming through here, though. Was he working? Yes, he didn't show up for work. He didn't show up for work. The phone was a burner phone. So I'm answering those questions because it indicates something nefarious. So the longer it takes to find him, we just need to find him. No mountain can stop me, 'cause you hold my hand. I'm walking in your victory, 'cause your power is within me. And let me say this, y'all. I do not, in no shape, form, or fashion, do I speak for the family. He has a father that loves him. He has a mother that loves him. He has aunts and uncles and grandparents and everything that look. I don't speak for the family. This is my boy's first cousin, my ex-wife's nephew, my ex-nephew-in-law. I remember when this kid was born. So this really hits home for me. Y'all already know I'm already a big crybaby. I'm already the emotional ass nigga. So this kind of really hits home for me. But I want to be clear. Under no circumstances do I speak for the family. Am I a family spokesperson? I'm not. I'm not the family investigator or anything like that. My boys reached out to me. I spoke to my ex-wife about it. What's going on, Big Feet? So again, I want to reiterate that. I don't want nobody to think that I speak for. He got a dad that will bust your skull about him. He got a mama that will crack your cranium about him. He got aunts and uncles and all kind of great aunts and great uncles and all kind of shit. He comes from a very large, loving family. This is not that, y'all. Listen to what I'm telling you. Listen to what I'm telling you. This is not that. That side of his family, my side of the family is the fucked up side of the family. My ex-wife's side of the family, they're the ones with a little bit of sense. He comes from a very close-knit, very well-connected family. He is not some street running kid like that. He's not. He's a student at Kennesaw State University. And he's surrounded by, when I tell you he comes from a large family, my ex-wife's family is a large family, and they don't play about none of them. You go against one, you go against all their ass. I went, man, listen, I'm just trying to tell you, y'all don't want to smoke with them. I'm just trying to tell you, don't get into a fight with one of them niggas. You better fight everybody over there. I'm just keeping it a buck. So this ain't that. This ain't that. I need y'all to understand. This ain't that. This is not one of those where he was running with the wrong crowd type shit. This ain't that, y'all. This ain't that. Hey, Shamika, I'm just keeping it a buck. He comes from, listen. Bobby Ray, he comes from what my ex-mother-in-law used to say, good stock. He comes from good stock. Right? He does not come from he's not some hood kid. He's not some hood kid always in trouble type shit. This ain't that, y'all. This ain't that. So let's not, let's keep an open mind. Let's keep an open mind. Because when we start thinking about it in a certain way, we look at it in a certain way. And this ain't that. This kid definitely comes from a family that absolutely adores everybody that's in that motherfucker. He's a student at Kennesaw State University. He was at a skateboard park with his friends. Once he left there, he got into his car by himself. He was last seen in Dunwoody. His vehicle was seen on camera at 8:22 p.m. on the 18th. I'm sorry, on the 19th. On the 18th. The last time anyone spoke with him was on the 19th, and no one has heard or seen him since. And that's a problem. That's a problem. Yeah. So it's definitely hitting home with me on this one. It's definitely hitting home with me on this one. So I really, really appreciate every single one of y'all just even being in here listening. Maybe it might jar something, jar a memory. Height and weight, it's all down in the description right there. You can screenshot the thing right there. Yeah, you can screenshot the thing right there. And if you just that's the most recent picture. That's the most recent picture. That's the type of vehicle that he was driving. That's the tag number up there. If you in the metro Atlanta area, surrounding cities, and even surrounding states, North Carolina, South Carolina, Tennessee, Alabama, Florida, I don't give a damn. I don't give a shit. Ain't no telling where his car could be, where he could be, or anything like that, or what the fuck's going on. But what we need is just somebody to see something and say something. We need somebody to see something and say something. Let me see if I can get the height and weight information. Hang tight. (5'5", 150 pounds. Ray J, I appreciate you asking. He's 5'5", 150 pounds. He's 5'5", 150 pounds. 5'5", 150 pounds. Yes, absolutely. Rashonda, yes. No. No. The last phone call he got was that day. From a number. It was from a burner phone that's now disconnected. The last phone call he made, or the last time they spoke with him on the phone was November the 19th. Was November the 19th. He's 5'5", 150 pounds. 5'5", 150 pounds. Girlfriend. He was traveling alone. He was traveling alone. When they saw him, when he left the skate park, he was alone. When they his car, he was alone. When they saw him on camera, he hasn't been seen with anyone. That's very important. He hasn't been seen with anyone. Everything they check his bank account. There was no withdrawals, no bank activity. There's been no bank activity. He was last seen alone. He was not seen with anybody. He was not seen with anybody. This was a kid that talked to his dad every day. Mad Cow, good morning to you. Little Kenny talked to his dad every day. His daddy didn't play about him. I'm telling y'all, his daddy would turn over heaven and earth about this kid. Look. His dad is just like I am with my boys. I will bust your skull about my boys. His dad did not play. He was his dad's first and only son that I know of, unless his dad had some more kids since then. I don't think he has. This is his only kid. I remember when this kid was born. There was so much excitement surrounded around Kenny having a kid. Little Kenny. Oh my God. I remember Big Kenny wouldn't even let me pick him up. Big Kenny didn't like me worth a shit. I'm just keeping it up. Listen, that's how tight knit everything was, man. We used to go to Thanksgiving down in Ohio, or at the grandmother's house here before she passed away. Yeah, his dad could. Yeah, Big Kenny could. Oh, he didn't like my ass worth of shit. So every time little Kenny tried to come over, he wouldn't let me pick him up. Little Kenny used to come to me and let me for me to pick him up. Big Kenny was like, "No, give him over there." So I remember this kid when he was born, when he was a baby. It was, man, listen, my boys grew up with him. My boys grew up with him. This is their first cousin. This is not some person off of TikTok. This is big to me now. This is hitting home to me now. This is personal to me now. This is personal. So I want him. I want him found. I want him found. I want him found. Yeah, I want him found. I shudder to even think. I don't even want to have that kind of conversation. Cause he gonna be brought home. We gonna bring him home. He gonna be brought home just fine. We gonna talk about this when he's 30. When he's 40 years old, they're gonna be talking about, yeah, with your ass, yeah. That's what we gonna do. We gonna find him and bring him home. And on God and them, I appreciate every single one of y'all even being in here to listen. There's more people in here now than that be in here when we doing Sunday morning praise and worship. Now, when we doing other lives, it'd be 300, 400, 500 people in here. But there's more people in here now than that be in here when we actually doing Sunday morning praise and worship. So I appreciate y'all just being in the sound of my voice to even listen. It's been on 11 Alive, y'all. Y'all can go to 11 Alive. In Atlanta. It's been on 11 Alive. Y'all can go to the 11 Alive news station here in Atlanta. Go to their website. Look up the story. You'll find it on 11 Alive. Atlanta 11 Alive. Excuse me, 11 Alive. It has been on the news. It has been on the news. Yeah, I just yeah. The comments, y'all. Please bear with me with the comments. I thank you, Catch. I did mention that before. I know the comments can be hard to read. You're gonna have to scroll down a little bit, scroll up a little bit until you can actually get the comment in. But if I change the layout, it'll make it harder to read the flyer. So I can't change the layout. I can't change the layout because it will shrink the word so small that where you can't read the flyer. Just know I am going to be talking about this until they bring him home. Until I consider my nephew to a degree. Until they bring him home, I'm gonna be talking about this. I'm gonna go on other sides of TikTok talking about this. Listen, I'm gonna be talking about this, y'all. Until he comes home. He comes home. I am gonna be talking about this. So please, y'all, just take a mental picture of his face, of his car. You can write his tag number down just in case you pass a car of that model, that make, that model. Um, yeah, just just keep an eye out, right? Um, if you close to Atlanta, Athens, Ackworth, Dunwoody, Decatur, Stone Mountain, Latonia, um, I don't care, right? I don't care. Um, I know somebody on social media can help. Um, yeah. It was in Watkinsville. There was no tracker on his vehicle. It was last spotted by camera near Mars Hill Road in Watkinsville, near Athens, UGA, University of Georgia, down in that area. Um, yeah, that's the last place they saw his car. His phone is off. Um, all it takes is just one person, man. All it takes is just one person. Just one person. Again, I'm gonna repeat, y'all. He comes from a good family. This is not some hood street running kid. This is not some kid where they need GoFundMe's. No, 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 no. This ain't no. This ain't that, y'all. This ain't that. This kid comes from a family that is close knit, tight knit, large family. This is not some drug dealing kid, drug using kid. This is not that, y'all. This is not that. He was a student at Kennesaw State University. Uh, well, it's a 2016 Williams. It didn't have a tracker on it. He was a student at Kennesaw State University. Um, he was coming from that Dunwoody skate park over there. I know exactly where that skate park is at too. I know exactly where that skate park is at. Um, he was coming from over there. You just read the news article. Someone who saw him at a park spoke positively about him. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Rashonda, can you send me that link to that article too, please? Um, Rashonda says she just read the news article. Someone who saw him at the park spoke positively about him. Thank you so much for that. It's Rashonda. If you could said he's a very respectful man. Yes, Rashonda. Thank you so much. If you could please send me that link. Thank you so much. Man, I really, really, really appreciate y'all. I really, 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 because y'all could be doing anything else on this Sunday. It's 119 football on all kind of shit. But y'all giving me a few ticks of your time, and I appreciate it. I can't tell you how much I appreciate it. As much be going on in the bando and on TikTok, um, I appreciate it, man. Y'all could have been doing and saying or anywhere else on TikTok. But y'all are here with me, helping me, trying to help me, asking great questions. Y'all are asking absolutely great questions. Um, has a search party been formed yet? That's a great question. That's a great question. Um, Hold on, let me see something. I'm gonna ask that question. I'm gonna ask that question. Um, I'm gonna ask that question. If they decide they want to do a search party, I'll make an announcement on my page, and as many people want to come and help, I would appreciate it. No problem, no pressure. Um, yes, they said there was a search party near where his car was last seen on camera. That there was a search party that was done where his car was last seen on camera. Um, Again, I'm not a spokesperson for the family, y'all. I don't speak for under no circumstance. This is my ex-wife. This is my son. This is their cousin. This is her nephew. Um, but I don't speak for the family, y'all. So I can't orchestrate or do any of that. I can't do any of that. I'm doing this live with the blessing of my ex-wife and the family. I'm sorry, my son. But as far as coordinating anything like that, I don't have the authority to do that. And I'm not trying to ruffle. Nope. I'm not trying to piss my ex-wife off. I'm not trying to piss my ex-mother-in-law off. I'm not trying to piss his the daddy off or the mama off. I'm not. No. Oh no. Right now they're working on getting camera footage from nearby gas stations and shit like that. So if they get that and they're able to see if there's anything like that, if there's any other activity. But again, I want to reiterate, I don't speak for the family. This is my ex-wife, my this is my nephew-in-law. This is my boy's first cousin. This is my ex-wife's nephew, first aunt. She's the first aunt. Ain't that what they call it? For aunt, or is it first aunt, second aunt? No, yeah, she's the aunt. His daddy is her uncle, first uncle. So this is hitting home for me a little bit. This is hitting home for me a little bit. But again, I want to reiterate, I do not speak for the family. On behalf of the family or anything. I'm just doing this because I want him brought home. I want him found, and I want him brought home. My boys are affected by it. My ex-wife is affected by it. What affects my ex-wife affects my boys. And I it's time. That's when I activate. That's when I activate. She may not be my wife no more, but they're gonna always be my sons. They're gonna always be my son. So her mental health is important to me as well, because if she go crazy, my boys gonna go crazy too. If she go crazy, if she lose her mind, my boys gonna lose their mind too. Cause my boys don't play about their mama. So what fucks with my boys, what fucks with their mama, fucks with my boys, and what fucks with my boys, fucks with me. can't thank y'all enough for lending me y'all ear, giving me a few ticks of your time. I know some of y'all probably cooking Sunday dinner, watching football, favorite team probably playing and all that. And kids running around and all kind of stuff. Like just coming home from church, riding home from church. And um, I can't thank y'all enough for uh, just paying attention. Just paying attention. And I am going to put up a post um, very shortly. I am going to put up a post very shortly, very, very shortly. Um, and if y'all could please share it and do a repost, I would appreciate that. I'm sure my boys would appreciate that, and their mama would appreciate that, and the whole family would appreciate that. Um, because you just never know. Um, Thank you to the person that just sent me $100. Thank you to the person that just sent me $100. Can we get W100s in the chat, y'all? Hold off on the gifts and stuff right now. Thank you so much for the $100. I appreciate that. I swear to God. I swear to God. I want to hug your neck right now if I could. Um, Thank you so much. But I want y'all to hold off on the gifts and stuff right now, just for a tick or two. Um, yeah, just for a minute, right? Thank you so much. I don't want to sound unappreciative at all. Thank you so much for the $100. Thank you so much for the $100. You know who you are. I'm gonna just say Joe. Joe, thank you for the $100, Joe. If I could hug your neck right now, um, thank you so much. But everybody, hold off on the gifts, the live goal, everything. Don't send no gifts for a ticket to. Just hang tight. Um, yeah, just hang tight for me just a second. Thank you for them $100 though. I'm not sending it back. I'm not sending it back. But yeah, I'm not sending it back. Nothing like that. All those that just tapping in, tuning in, plugging in the background is um my nephew-in-law. Let me say that. It's my ex-wife's nephew, her uncle's son, my boy's cousin, and he has been missing. He's been missing since the 18th of November. And panic is starting to set in with the family. Um, Panic is starting to set in. Worry is starting to set in. Despair is starting to set in. There has been no contact. This is a kid that um, checked in with his daddy every day. He checked in with his parents, his mama and his daddy every day. Talked to him every day. This is not some drug dealing, street running kid. He was a student at Kennesaw State University. He was last seen at the skate park in Dunwoody, getting into his car by himself. He left by himself. His vehicle was last seen on camera in Watkinsville near Athens. The last phone call that they got from him was on the 19th around 8:22 p.m. Phone is now off. His phone is now off. The last phone call to his phone was from a number that's now disconnected. It was a burner phone. Um, So panic is starting to set in, right? Panic is starting to set in. And my boys are a little fucked up. And so if my boys are a little fucked up, I know their mom a little fucked up. I know uh Kenny's parents are fucked up. Um Everybody's a little fucked up right now. I just got all these details today, and I'm fucked up. I'm fucked up. Um Again, I told the story earlier in the live. I remember when he was born, the excitement that surrounded his arrival, all kind of shit. I remember it so vividly. And he's 21 years old now, and it's just amazing how much time has gone by. Um, and so now he's missing. Now he's missing. Um, yeah, my boys are around the same age. They're a little older than him. He's only 21. My Jackson is 23. Kevin Jr. is 27. So they grew up together. Little Kenny was the younger cousin, but they grew up together. I remember the Thanksgiving dinners, the Christmases. I remember it all. I remember it all. So it's starting to really kind of sink in with me today because I'm just now hearing all of this shit, and it's really starting to sink in with me today. It's starting to sink in the details and it didn't really hit me yesterday when my son first told me about it. But when I talked to him again this morning, and then I talked to my ex-wife, and I'm finding more and more about it. It, yeah, it's just she may not be my wife anymore. She may even whatever, but um, it's all the same to me. It's all the same to me. So um, yeah, if anybody, if you just take a mental picture, just that model vehicle. That model vehicle will stand out if you see it. Yeah. Yeah. What affects their mama affects them, and what affects them affects me. Absolutely, Leonie. Absolutely. Um. Yeah. So. Um. Yeah. Somebody to recognize or say something, right? The more days that go by, the more panic sets in. So I just need everybody to plug in. I need everybody to plug in. There's been over 1,600 people in here so far. So 1,600 eyes have been on this. 1,600 eyes have been on this, y'all. So far, there's been over 1,600 people to come through here so far. So that's 1,600 people. 1,600 more. There's been over 1,600 people, y'all. Just looked at the stats. There's been over 1,600 people come through this live this morning. If you haven't done a repost, please hit the repost. Please hit the repost. Um, I just want to make sure that my boys are okay. The longer this goes, the more worry sets in for their entire family, that entire side of the family. Um, Again, under no circumstances do I speak for the family. I am not a family spokesman. I want to make that perfectly clear. I'm speaking on behalf of my boys and their mama. I'm speaking on behalf of my boys and their mama. I don't speak. He has a dad, he has a mama, and a family that adores him. Um, he comes from a very large family that don't mind getting active, don't mind getting active, all kind of shit. So he comes from a very large family, a family of professionals, a family of a military family. He comes from a military family. Um, so he's not. This is not that, y'all. This is not that. I know sometimes we get these stories come through our FYPs and stuff like that. This is not that. He was a student at Kennesaw. He's a student at Kennesaw University. Um, so yeah, this ain't that. This ain't that, y'all. This ain't that. He's a good kid. He comes from a great family. Um, great parents. Um, great stock. He comes from great stock. So we want him home. We want him to be brought home safe. We do. I believe he's gonna be brought home safe. We just need somebody to see something or say something. We need somebody to see something and say something, something to jar somebody's, memory or something. And over 1,600 people have come through this live already. Over 1,600 people have come through this live already. Just asked me, I see you on the back end. Where was the card last seen? Near Athens, Georgia, in Watkinsville, in Athens, Georgia. Um, at Watkinsville, near Athens, Georgia. To the other person that just hit me on the back end, I just sent it to you. Thank y'all so much, man. I'm getting all the messages on the back end. I'm sending you everything that you're asking for. Thank y'all for making the posts and everything. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all so much. Thank y'all so much. Thank y'all so much. I see y'all. Everybody that's asking me for stuff on the back end, I'm sending it to you. Thank you. Lovely K, do you know you in my queue? Lovely K, do you know you're in my queue? Do you know you're in my queue? Lovely K, do you know you're in my queue? I climbed into the highest mountain, looked all around, couldn't find nobody. Went into the deepest valley, down there couldn't find nobody. Have they pulled the phone records? Yeah, yes. I know some of y'all are just coming in, so I'm not going to show any frustration about repeated questions because this ain't the time for that. This is not the time for that. So yes, they pulled his phone records. The last phone call he received was from somebody, a number that's now disconnected, and it was a burner phone. No, it's okay, Kay. It's okay. I promise you. I be trolling any other time. Right now is not the time for me to troll. So repetitive questions, I don't mind because some of y'all are just now coming in and I get it. There's been over 16, 1,700 people come through here already. So yeah, I'm showing a little latitude today. I'm being nice today because this is not the time for that. This is not the time for that. I want my nephew brought home. I consider him to be my nephew because he's my ex nephew in law. This is my ex wife's real life nephew, her uncle son. Her uncle's son. No, her cousin. This is not her nephew. This is her cousin. This is her uncle's son. So this is my ex-wife's cousin. I keep saying her nephew. This is my ex-wife's cousin. This is my boy's second cousin, but this is my ex-wife's cousin because it's her uncle's son. So I've been saying it's my ex-wife's nephew this whole time. I've been getting it wrong like a motherfucker. No, it's my ex-wife's cousin. It's my boy's second cousin because it's my ex-wife's cousin from her uncle. So forgive me for the mistake. It's my ex-wife's cousin, not my ex-wife's nephew. I'm fucked up this morning, girl. Hey, I'm so fucked up this morning. Oh my God. Yeah, so y'all. So forgive me forgive me. It's my ex-mother-in-law's nephew. It's my ex-mother-in-law's nephew. It's my ex-wife's cousin. What's up, Sneeze? What up, General? Yeah, so he's missing, y'all. He's been missing since the 18th. He's been missing since the 18th. And again, panic is starting to set in a bit. Worry and despair, panic is starting to set in a bit, y'all. So it's time for us to jump into action. All kind of shit. Yeah, it's time for us to jump into action, all kind of shit. It's time for us to figure some shit out, figure out what's going on, all kind of shit. Time to bring him home, y'all. Time to bring him home. He's been missing long enough. Somebody in the area, somebody around has seen something. Somebody can crack this motherfucker wide open. If you see anybody that even look like him, just yell out KJ. Just yell out Kenny. Still I rise. What's up, baby? Yeah, if you see anybody that resembles him, just yell out Kenny, KJ, and see if he answer. And see if he answer. He might answer. That's the most recent picture of him, y'all. That's the most recent picture of him. There ain't nothing more powerful than the power of social media. Nothing is more powerful, more broad reaching than social media. Social media is better than the news. Not everybody watches the news. Still I rise. Good morning to you. Not everybody watches the news, but everybody goes on social media. No, great question. He does not have any medical or mental issues. No medical or mental issues. None. Absolutely none. Yeah, nothing is more broad reaching than social media. Most people don't even watch TV anymore unless it's something coming on that they want to watch. Everybody goes on social media. Everybody goes on social media. Everybody. He couldn't find one to. I climbed up to the highest. What college is he enrolled in? He's enrolled in Kennesaw State University. He's enrolled in Kennesaw State University. So this is not some. I'm telling y'all, this is a good kid. This is a good kid. Senator Creator Draco, absolutely, Tinky. Mountain, you read Skid Row say, I read about his disappearance on Yahoo, so the word is getting out. Thank you. Let's go, Bando. Let's go, Bando. Make sure y'all slide your comments to the right. Slide your comments to the right, and you can do a screenshot. You can make your own post. If you look, y'all can slide your comments to the right. You can make your own post, do a crop. All you got to do is crop it, the screenshot, so that you crop out all the other stuff, and you can just do a post on your own page if you want to. You don't have to. No problem. No pressure. Send it to Nosy. I'm gonna reach out to Nosy. Nosy has a long reach too. Nosy has a long, and I have a pretty decent relationship with Nosy Bystander. So I might just reach out to Nosy Bystander. Thank you so much, Tiki Baby. Look, that's how you get the fucking word out. I wish I had known about this 3 days ago. I wish I had known about this 4 days ago. I just found out yesterday and into today. I talked to my son yesterday because he reached out to me a little worried, and so I reached out to his mom, and I could tell just by how short she was being about it initially, that she kind of worried too. She almost like didn't even want to talk about it, kind of thing. So I could tell that it's kind of resonated with her a little bit now. And then now that I know more and more of the details, I'm more worried than I was in the beginning as well. Dad and me, good morning to you. Cause I could hear when I talked to my son this morning, I can just hear that he's like, because he came into he might still be in here, but he came in here this morning. He said he typed in the comments, "This is my cousin, y'all. Please help bring him home." He said, he came in the comments and said, "This is my cousin. Can y'all please help bring him home?" So, and then when I talked to him on the phone, I could kind of hear, his concern. He tried. My son Kevin Jr. He tried to act tough. He's the tough guy, but I could hear the concern in his voice. I could hear it was just different. It was just different. It was just different. So I reached out to his mom, and I was like, "Look, well, this is what I plan on doing." I let her know that I was gonna go live and this, that, and the other. But again, I reiterate, I don't speak for the family. I am not a family spokesperson or anything like that. I'm just a family member on the opposite side of it. I'm a family member on the opposite side in regards to my sons. And my sons are real fucked up about this right now. My sons are really getting more and more fucked up about this as the days go. And I could hear it in his voice. My son Jackson, he's posting it on his page. It's everywhere now. It's everywhere. Yeah. I'm really concerned about, I'm really concerned about him. I'm really concerned about my boy because I could hear it in his voice that his voice is, you can hear the concern in his voice. We chop it up, pretty often. And hell, I was just with him the other day, not that long ago. It was just a different tone when I talked to him. And when he told me that it was Lil Kenny, I was like, "That's Lil Kenny?" I said, "That's Lil Kenny?" And so he was like, "Yeah, he been missing since like the 18th." And so that's when I reached out to his mom, and I was like, whatever. This is what I plan on doing. But under no circumstances do I speak for their family. They got a very strong family, very tight knit family, very large family, very loving family. They don't play about each other. That's one family. That's one family that I that's the most loyal, toughest family that I've ever seen. They don't play about each other. That family there do not play about each other. They will go upside all y'all's head about each other. So I felt it necessary to do what I can, and y'all gonna hear about this until he come home. Y'all gonna hear about it until he comes home, and hopefully he'll be home real soon. And I appreciate everybody that has been in here this morning. We've been here almost 2.5 hours, and y'all been in here the whole time. Almost 1,900 people have come through here. So that's it's 1,900 more people that know about it. So if anything changes, I'll let everybody know. You reposted that about you. What do you mean, Skid Row? What are you talking about? You reposted that about me. What do you mean? I respect. Oh, you said I respect that about you. My bad. I apologize. I apologize. You said I respect that. I don't know why I thought that said reposted. But I'm gonna reset my live, y'all. Let me reset my live, and I'm gonna come back and restart the live. But I am gonna put up a post. If y'all could please share and repost the post and add to your story once I get it up, I would appreciate it. No problem, no pressure if you don't want to. But yeah, I'm gonna reset my live, and I'll be back in a tick or two. Hang tight.